brought in the expert to talk about this, Erica Katz. You know, she's the author of a book called Bonding Over Beauty. It's a really, really good book. It's a mother-daughter guide to self-esteem, confidence, and trust. You're going to help us kind of sort all this out, right, Erica?
Yes, absolutely.
What age do you find that young girls really start to, it's kind of scary to think about this, but
She seems to
being
get
young
younger
and,
all the
yeah,
time, right?
thin and sexy.
You know, I think it really starts about puberty, because one night you go to bed and you have this stick-straight boy's body, and the next day you wake up and you have hips and maybe you have breasts, and all of a sudden a girl feels she's fat, but she's not fat. It's just her body's changed, and I think girls don't really know what to expect, and they're idealizing that really skinny body because that's what they see in the magazines and that's what they see on TV.
How do you start the conversation? I mean, I have a daughter, and my wife's a great role model. She's in great shape, and she doesn't obsess about her body. But how does my wife, or how do I start the conversation with our daughter when the time comes about loving herself and accepting her body?
Well, you as a dad actually have to be very careful, because I remember when I was growing up, and I love my dad, but he said to me, "My daughter's becoming a woman," and I was so mortified when he said that.
Ow.
Like, I just wanted to curl up into my bed and not come out. So you have to be careful not to embarrass her, which sometimes dads do. A really great thing you can do is when she exercises, say, "Hey, you look really great. You exercised today. Wow, you look so strong." And emphasize that she looks strong, that she looks healthy, and try not to use words like fat or thin, because I think those are the words that have the most meaning to girls.
Is it really important to focus when you talk to young girls and say you're beautiful on the inside and out, so that they drill that in their head? So because that's the outer beauty is what people seem to focus so much on. Is it really important in this day and age to drill that into the girls so that they understand that it's more about what's inside? And
Yeah, and I think it's also important to encourage them to say, "Wow, you're really smart." I always tell my daughter, "Wow, how did you think of that?" When she'll say something intelligent that comes out of nowhere, "Wow, you are so smart." And I really tell her that she's smart, because I think that's something we don't tell our daughters enough, and that should be something that's focused on too.
We have a thing at home that we do. My daughter loves, she's in that sort of princess dress up, do I look pretty phase. Every time she comes and says, "Do I look pretty?" I, of course, tell her yes. And then and I will always say, "But is it more important to be pretty or smart?" And she'll go, "Smart."
Yeah, exactly.
Whether she believes it or not, she knows that's the right answer. But I told her it's more important to be smart than pretty.
Right.
Well, look, it's all important. You can't walk into a job interview with your hair a mess, dirt under your fingernails, and, you know, like you just rolled out of bed. So your appearance is important, but you have to make it part of the bigger picture. And that's what I tell parents. And I always say, stay positive. Instead of saying to your daughter, "That dress looks terrible," say, "You know what? I really like this other dress on you." That's a great thing. Also, as a mom, don't say things like, "Oh, my legs are too fat," because if your daughter has the same legs or thinks she does, you're basically insulting her. So lead by example. Don't say bad things about yourself in front of her.
That's just a good parenting tip. Lead by example.
Yeah.
Model the behavior you want to see.
Right.
And also, we need to just be positive, give a lot of nice compliments. Don't give unrealistic compliments, but say nice things to your daughter about everything. Her appearance, that she's smart, that she's funny, and just encourage her and be a positive parent. And that's what I really try to do with my daughter.
Good stuff.
More tips on our website, too, after this, because there's a lot that came into my mind as we were talking, but we've run out of time.
And we definitely pick up a copy of the book. It's called Bonding Over Beauty, a Mother-Daughter Guide to Self-Esteem, Confidence, and Trust.